everybody, we're back for a quick little video. The flu is almost gone, so I have what sounds like a normal voice today. And I have a few items here. I made a couple of trips to Michael's this weekend, and I assembled a few things. These I've already had before this weekend's purchases, but I did get a few sets of pens. One thing that I was looking for was some new gel pens. And I discovered these right here, the Artist Loft. It's like I think it's one of the brands that's a Michael's brand. And I also discovered their own version of a dot grid notebook. Very similar to the Leuchtturm. You can see it's a white paper, not a cream paper, with gray dots, and the dimensions are just a little bit different than that of the Leuchtturm. But I've never really used a bullet journal before. I do have a Leuchtturm, probably over there on the bookcase, that's still in the plastic that I've never used. But I wanted to do some experimenting before in one that wasn't so expensive. So this little notebook here was, let me tell you a little bit about it. It's a dot grid dotted paper, 249 pages, and it's 6 inches by 8 inches. So it's about an A5 size notebook. And so I guess you could call this like journaling on a budget. So this notebook is normally $6.99, and a Leuchtturm usually run $19.99 to $25, depending on color, material, limited edition, if it says the bullet journal method on it, all of that type of stuff. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to assemble just a few of the items that you would need in order to bullet journal. Now, of course, really all you need is a notebook and a pen. And there's lots of different pens you could use. You could use gel pens. You could use fine liners. These are the Artist Loft version of the Sakura Pigma pens. It's just their version. And then they're called watercolor dual tip markers, and they're exactly like the Tombow. The nib is a little bit different, and that's what these are as well. Just to kind of go over costs, like I said, this journal normal brand new price is $6.99. This set of gel pens here, and you get 14 gel pens, is $14.99. These right here, the watercolor markers, this is the 12-pack, which basically gives you your primary and secondary colors. Those are $15.99. Some of my favorite that I have of Tombow are the grayscale. This set has one gray, just like a normal gray, but I wanted to get a light, cool gray. I wanted to get a medium gray and a dark gray, just so I could have a few options. And then these sold separately are $2.29, which really in the grand scheme of things isn't, that bad. The one thing though that I did find intriguing is these are the open stock. You can just, grab one and, pick whatever color you want. Say you wanted 4 purples, you could grab 4 purples. But the thing I thought was very intriguing was this is the marker that comes in the set. It says Artist Loft watercolor dual tip marker, and then it says the same thing in French, marqueur aquarelle à double pointe. You see it has a little nib there. And then it has the brush tip right there. And then it also has it written in Spanish, Marcador de Acuarela doble punta. And then you can actually see. But it doesn't say the color name, which I thought was very interesting. So even like this, even though it's red, and we know it's red. It doesn't say red. But then, oh, where it is. This one right here, it says Artist Loft 152 Dark Gray, Gris Foncé. So I find that very intriguing. And then the ones that are in the open stock only have it written in English and French. There's no Spanish on it. So I thought that was kind of intriguing. Some of the items that people need when they're bullet journaling are a ruler and a pencil. I couldn't find an Artist Loft pencil. I wanted to try all Artist Loft products. I didn't, but I used my tool pencil. It's just a mechanical pencil, nothing fancy, and a ruler. And I wanted to try each of these writing utensils in the Artist Loft book or journal to see how well they worked. And I do have some. So here, right here on this page, are the Artist Loft brush pen. I call them a brush pen, but they're the watercolor marker dual tip. And just the different colors. And I wanted to compare one of the grays. This is right here is a gray that I bought individually. These right here are the fine liner pens, and there were 24 in there. So you can see that the Tombow dupes, the watercolor markers, a couple of the colors did bleed a little bit, but the others were, you know, just a little bit of ghosting. Here are the fine liners, and you can see all of those are fine, just ghosting. Now on the next page, one thing I did want to do is I wanted to see the number of squares and dots there are, running horizontal and vertical. So I could find, you know, exactly where the center of the page is, or thirds. Here I compared my Tombows with my Artist's Loft, and you can see that there are those are my 4 Artist's Loft, and that's my set of the Tombows. Here are the Artist's Loft Pigma pens. So you can see them there. I did use a couple of Pentel and Tombow Fudenosuke brushes just to kind of see how they did. And of course the only thing that bled through was the Tombow Mono Twin. That brush has a lot of ink. And then here are the gel pens. I think the Artist Loft gel pens are a really good value for what you have. They're wonderful colors. They really remind me a lot of the Papermate Ink Joy. They remind me quite a bit of those. And you can see none of those bled through, just a little bit of ghosting. So I bought all of these things new, except for these, which I already had. And so I just wanted to show you a little breakdown of the cost. So the journal was $6.99. The gel pens, the set here, 14 for $14.99. The watercolor markers, right here, the dual tip ones, were $15.99. And then each of these from the open stock were $2.29. And then the fine liners, right here, were $19.99. for a set of 24. Now, of course, this is Michael's, so you can get everything, you know, use a coupon, use multiple coupons. I used a bunch of different coupons, and I was able to get $21.97 off of the total price. So all of these, the journal and all of these pens, came to $42.86. Now, yes, that is a lot, but if you wanted to do some bullet journaling and, you know, you didn't know if you wanted to get some really expensive Japanese pens and a Leuchtturm or a Moleskine Cahier or anything like that, you could get this, you know, $5.99, $6.99 notebook, which I paid $5.59 for it. And you could get, you know, you could just go and buy one pen for $2 or one of these for $2. And that's really all you would need. So you could start your bullet journaling for, you know, under $10. Oh, look, little Miss Lila's here. She likes pens, and she especially likes the ribbons on my book. So, oh, are you going to help me? You going to help me, baby? You going to help me? Huh? Oh, I know, I know. So, I just wanted to show you a quick little look. I wanted to try some different spreads. Oh, yeah, this is what she does. I get my book out and I get my pens out, and she loves to lay next to, or actually lay on my book, as you can see here. Let me get her down. Okay, baby. Okay, baby. You go play. Just wanted to do a quick little look so you could see, since I haven't really bullet journaled, I wanted to, or at least not in a notebook like this. So I wanted to kind of create a few spreads to see what I think of them. I think someone came back. Here, honey, no. Here, I'll hold ya, okay? So I have a couple of monthly spreads, and this is the basic one that Ryder talks about in his book. And then I just put some bills and expenses. That is not my favorite type of monthly view, but I did it just so I could kind of see what it would look like. Now, let me turn, oh, we got a kitty here. So here is what I'm most likely going to use, or what I'm used to seeing, is just a general month on 2 pages. Okay, she's gonna lay with us. And that's what I like. And then I just got some notes and some tasks. And then you could even change this to whatever you need. Here is something kind of like the first one. If you wanted to see a little monthly view, but, you know, wanted something like what Ryder Carroll recommends. Here is if you wanted to do a month on 1 page, and then bills and expenses, or you could even do, like, you know, monthly tasks and goals there. I tend to track bills and expenses. And then this one is kind of like the second one, but just a little bit more stylized. I got my Artist Loft dual brush marker out and just kind of had a little bit of fun with it and used my ruler for the monthly. And then I have 2 pages here just to kind of decide. And then I decided to create a couple of different weekly views. Now this one right here, the first people that I ever saw do bullet journaling was Kara, or otherwise known as Boho Berry. And this was kind of her Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday with a little calendar. That was kind of, it's a slight copy of hers, but much simplified. She has, you know, her time tracker, sleep tracker, and all that other stuff on there. But this is just to keep track of appointments. Now this is one that I actually really kind of like. It's kind of a combination of 2 or 3 different things that I have seen online. And, oh, someone's getting all sleepy. So you've got a blank space here for whatever you need. You've got 2 boxes here for like goals and tasks. There's a habit tracker. And I do like this habit tracker because there's 3 things I try to do every evening. I make sure the coffee is ready in the morning. I make sure we have oatmeal for breakfast, and most of the dishes are done. So that way when we wake up, we don't have a mess to deal with. So those are 3 of my evening routines. Then here you have a week on half of the page where you can put in any appointments that you may have. And then what I would plan on using this here for is just writing Monday, the date, and then just any to-dos that I have coming up. And then I would continue that for the rest of the week. So that way I've got a lot of space to write that stuff, but I still can see here my weekly appointments. Here's another one that is nice as well. You can see that each day of the week has the exact same space. I do have a little section here for tracking meals. And again, I still have that task or habit tracker that I had here, but it's just a little bit larger. And again, you can see I have coffee, oatmeal, and dishes. I've got a little note section and a section here for I'm not sure. I could do some doodling, I could put down a sticker, I could some notes for the week to go there. And let's see, here is another, oh, it's okay, Kitty, it's okay. Here is another where it's more like a horizontal week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and a notes section. And then there's the to clean, to buy next week, just to kind of, if something pops up, some goals to do and work. And then I just put at the bottom corner, right corner of each day, dishes, oatmeal, and coffee. So I can track those three. And then there's even space up here where you could track a couple of items if you need to. And then the last weekly I have is just kind of an homage. It's a mix of the first one and the monthly where I used the highlighter or the dual brush to kind of separate the cubes. And then you got this spot here for notes. So that's, I just wanted to try them, and I'm going to try this at the beginning of November and just kind of see what I think about that. I really do like the pens, the Artist Loft pens. I mean, you know, the cost, you know, was really reasonable. They all write well, they're all juicy enough. There's, I haven't noticed any skipping. As you can see with the fine liners, you've got for your color coding or, you know, for your monthly, you can, you know, pick as many colors or as few colors as you want for your themes. And then you've got, you know, gel pens that you can use to go along with it. And, oops, sorry, baby. And then, you know, this is just the starter set of 12. They do have, I think, 68, kind of like the Tombow dual brush pens. The nibs are a little bit smaller and I think a little bit more flexible. This is actually a really pretty color. This is, it doesn't say, but I would call it lime green. It's a really pretty color. I've just started doing some brush penning, and so it's not very good. But I'm practicing. I'm going to practice every day until the end of the year. But look how beautiful that is. And then here's the fine tip. So you've got, you know, some really nice color payoff there. So just a quick little video that I wanted to share with you of a few items that I discovered at Michael's for those of you that want to bullet journal but are on a budget. There's a nice notebook and a variety of different pens that you can use to get yourself started planning for the next year. Okay, I guess I'll link Michael's down below because that's where all this stuff came from. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.